Hello, Cap.
Hi, Michelle.
Thank you. I already said thank you, thank you, thank you, but thank you again for taking the time to just provide your feedback about the Maven Inner Circle and, your experience so far. I wanted to ask you just a few different things. First and foremost, maybe you could talk a little bit about kind of where you're at before you came into the community.
Before I came into the community, I had a blog that I'd been working on for close to a year, and I had started it with the intention of monetizing it somehow with ads or affiliate links, or I really wasn't sure how that was going to work out, but I didn't have enough of an audience to really get any of that going anyway. But the more I learned about monetization, the more I learned that it has changed dramatically. Because, you read these, articles on Google and they're 4 years old, and, for an evolving industry, that's pretty old. And that was the information I'd been getting. So I had no idea what I was going to do. I enjoy sharing my experience with other massage therapists. I just didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah. So now that you've been a member of the community, for a few months, we're a few months in.
Yeah.
What do you have to share? Have there been any dramatic shifts in your business and how you think about your business, or results that you've seen?
Well, a dramatic shift in my massage therapy business, which is not why I joined the Maven Inner Circle. That's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but it was, moving to this online thing to either supplement it or replace it at some point.
Yeah.
Just, for the physical, capability as I get older. I'm trying to be realistic about the income potential here for the next 20 years. The change that happened with that was implementing a new cancellation policy, which I hadn't really been hesitant to do or anything. I hadn't had any problem with the old one, but all of a sudden I kept getting no-shows, and then I got a couple of really short notice cancellations from a pretty established client, and that made me realize I had to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I wouldn't have done it or I wouldn't have known how to do it, but just because it had happened to come up in one of the live calls, I think, is where the conversation originated. As soon as somebody else said it, I went, you know what, I need to do something about that, because I was, going through that. And, we'll still see how it goes. I've lost 2 people actually because of it right now. But they were people that didn't value my time, and at least at this point, perhaps down the road after time goes by and maybe they see some other people, and if they're not getting results, they might be back. We'll see. But I think they were people that needed to make space for others that either value me more or need what I have to offer uniquely more perhaps than they did. So I'm not sure that I would have done it without having been, a witness to the conversation and having the support,
Yeah, the power of peers.
Somebody saying, just do it. It's going to be fine. Just do it.
And that was kind of like a surprise side benefit, right?
Oh, totally. That's not at all why I joined. Yes, as far as what I actually joined for.
Yeah.
Really, it's just given me some direction. Literally, I was just writing the blog going, what the hell am I doing this for? Sure, I'm sharing information with, whatever, 25 people a month or, something like that. But, how is that serving my other need, which is some type of financial stability, moving forward in my life?
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I at least feel like I have direction and I have focus. And I feel like the direction that I've gotten is is valid. I feel like I'm actually doing something that's going to make this really work rather than my typical process, which is create and then wonder what to do with it.
Yeah, which is common when we're sitting on an island.
Yeah, so just flipping that process to, doing the background work first and then creating to fit what your discovery is a whole new process for me. And I'm feeling really good about how that's going to turn out.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you talked about like why you came in, some of the surprises, like nice side benefits of being part of a community. Who do you think, now that you're kind of on, inside and you're feeling the culture of the community, who do you believe this would be a good fit for?
That's a good question.
I mean, obviously we're all in the health and wellness industry, so that's a no-brainer. We want to keep our healing peeps around us.
I think it'd be a good fit for someone who's just really not exactly sure what step they want to make. They might know what they want to do, but they're either not sure how to get there, or they're just feeling fearful, right? That it's, I don't know, that they're going to make a mistake, or that their idea is crazy. I think it's a good fit for someone who is thinking that about whatever this new piece is that they're trying to implement.
Yeah.
I think for someone who's wanting to move into the online space and just doesn't know how to get found and how to market in that platform.
Fabulous. Anything else that you want to add before we wrap up?
I just really like how you have the platform set up, where there's some structure with the live calls and, some of the events, but it's kind of, you can fit it in wherever it works for you. You don't have to sit down for an hour and a half every day. And I suppose if you do, you probably get more results. But if that just isn't realistic, like it isn't for me, because I'm still working full time in my massage practice. And so, I have little slivers that I can carve out to really get things done, but it's not a daily thing. And that fits me very well, that I can, just do it in little pieces if I need to, or I can sit down and really explore a lot of the things that you have to offer all at once if I have the time. And I like that you have a forum to celebrate. I think that's really important. I like the accountability piece. I actually have a good accountability partner right now, and we've been talking once a week, but that seems to work well. But I also like that you have it on the forum where you're asking us, what are you going to get done? Because it not only holds me accountable, but also often when I'm like, oh, I got to get this done, I find it doesn't take anywhere near the amount of time I thought it would. And so that creates momentum for getting other things done.
Yeah. And just having somebody tapping on your shoulder saying, hey, we're going to hold you accountable. Don't forget.
Yes. And I love the live calls. The replays are really valuable, even if you can't participate. It's nice that you can submit your question and still get it answered in the context of somebody else's, whatever, their questions are with their business. So I really like the live calls. They've been super valuable. I like the little business foundations. I like that they're short. They're not some, 30-minute thing you have to commit to. But they're really useful with, step by step. This is what you do with, with this. I don't know. There's a lot that I like about it.
Thank you so much, Kat. I mean, really, thank you so much. You've been a really valuable member of the community, and I'm so glad that you found us.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Because I certainly wouldn't be doing these interviews with people, which is, turning out to be a process in itself. But I'm feeling like even if it takes longer than I think it should, whatever that means, it's going to take that long because I'm going to be finding the right people to help me figure out how to really make this valuable for my audience, as well as make it something that's going to be profitable for me.
And that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Profitability.
Yeah. So it's a step that I never even had heard of before. I certainly wouldn't have come up with it on my own. Had I come up with it on my own, I would have resisted it with everything in my being. But having been told this is really the process that's going to work has given me the confidence, and also has, just starting the process has inspired new ideas to find people to interview. And some of those are actually working. So it's pretty cool.
That's fabulous. Thank you again so very much for taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you.